The following video is rated PG-13. "'Tis the night before Christmas. Time to get into the spirit with a tale about the ghost of DC's past. We open on a typical Scrooge, John Turner Danforth. For him, Christmas is making $10 million, putting 50,000 people out of work. Suddenly, Danforth is seemingly possessed by the Christmas spirit. He orders a crate of fine perfume, incense, and designer wardrobes to be delivered to complete strangers named Lorna, Tiny, Vashnu, and Cleveland. Danforth is so possessed of the Christmas spirit, he even orders 6 weeks of severance pay for the 50,000 whose jobs he stole. It is then we discover Danforth is actually not possessed of the Christmas spirit at all, but rather Boston Brand, the dead man. And this spirit, dear reader, is feeling far from festive. Lusting for life, Deadman possesses a pretty figure skater who shares his acrobatic calling. Longing for companionship, Deadman possesses Paul, an amorous man much loved in return by his girlfriend, Carrie. Burdened by conscience, Deadman realizes that stealing a fraction of happiness is, nonetheless, stealing. And so, he casts himself out. Cursing his patron deity, Ramakrishna, Deadman arrives as the guest of honor to his own pity party. Then, from out of nowhere, steps a woman who sees him, in more ways than one. He asks if she is a magical friend of Madame Xanadu. The woman replies that her and magic have never been friends. As Deadman vainly searches his memory for her identity, the woman poses a question. Is he bothered by the fact that the living are ignorant of the dead man's deeds on their behalf? Deadman just wants to know if anyone cares. In other words, does anyone care about him? The woman then asks if that means he desires glory. The question makes Deadman think of why the woman is making him feel like Judas when he, in fact, feels like Job. He finally answers. He laments that once he soared and the audience would respond, affirming his daring deeds. And now? Existence is an empty tent. No one is there to care. What's the point now? The woman then sums up Deadman's personal crisis. He soared. Then he was cut down at his height. She suspects it happened for a reason. Resolving to set Deadman straight, she rips off his mask, stating people like them aren't good Samaritans for recognition. She cuts through Boston's bullshit by explaining people like them do what they do because no one else will. It matters not if their existence is known or even if they're remembered. Boston apologizes. However, the woman says there is no need. His crisis of faith means that his spirit is still alive. As the bells of St. Patrick's Cathedral signal the evening's end, Boston has so many questions. Who is this woman? How can she see him? She turns and says that her name is Kara, though she doubts that name has any meaning for him. She soared. She was cut down at her height. It happened for a reason. It never mattered if she was remembered. Yet, her spirit remains very much alive. Her kindred spirit. Happy Christmas. I am Rima, the Jungle Girl. Have a happy new year.